Today, we're going to deep dive into a $3 billion company, one of our competitors, and how they approach fitness and nutrition. Stay tuned.
I'm Cristy Code Red, and you're listening to Rebel Weight Loss and Lifestyle, where we believe food holds the power to heal or poison, and we believe our society has been misled regarding proper nutrition and weight loss. You're in the right place if you're looking for some straight up truth, because I'm here to shed light on the lies and brainwashing that has taken place over the past 5 decades. Thanks so much for listening.
Welcome back to another episode of Rebel Weight Loss and Lifestyle. I'm your host, Cristy Code Red, author, entrepreneur, retired professional boxer, and Carrie and I are excited about this podcast because, man, it is, you know what? I think because Carrie and I went down the rabbit hole of this week's subject. You know, we're doing a series called Code Red versus blank. And if you listened to last week, we did Code Red versus Weight Watchers, and that was a good podcast. I really enjoyed that. And this week, yes, we are jumping into Beachbody. Wow. And both of us did our research, and we've got some, we're going to be coming at you with some good, Carrie's got her typed up, and I've got mine written on a thing. And what I didn't know, sis, is because Beachbody is a just right under a $3 billion company. They own three combined companies, makes $3 billion with the B, sis.
In 1998, Carl and John founded the company as a direct marketing business focused on workout DVDs. And if I'm looking down, I'm just looking at my notes, y'all. I don't memorize this for here. I mean, it's not a performance. It's just a podcast. Anyway, workout DVDs, nutrition planning, and supplements. And in just 20 years, they are a diversified holding company, like you were saying, worth billions, offering streaming, live fitnessing. I mean, they have really come a long way over the years. And they have a lot of sub companies that we'll talk about as well. But we're not talking Bob's Nutrition on the corner of 5th and Main.
No, we're not. And yeah, in 98 it was established, but in 2021 they acquired Shakeology, and this is an MLM. This is a multi-level marketing company, and the average coach for Beachbody makes right around 10 grand a year, but the highest paid coach for Beachbody makes around $3 million a year. So of course they say, you know, the amount you make depends on how hard you want to work. So this is an MLM, and Carrie, we were talking before we hit the record button. This company does it all. They offer everything.
They really do. And when I was doing my research, Cristy, I found that they call themselves, they have independent distributors. They're called coaches, and they sell products. And it does not matter your fitness level. It does not matter what you look like. It does not matter. It matters how effectively you can sell, whether or not you can be a great coach. Coaches can earn bonuses and commissions on sales and signing people up. And the reason they got to sign people up is because the products are so expensive. And we'll get into that later. I actually did all the math on the price per day on some of these, and it's ridiculous. But, you know, the market will handle what the market will handle. And obviously they're doing something right because people are buying this stuff. And there's a lot of good things about Beachbody. They did rebrand. I believe it was this last year, Cristy. And now
March,
they're just BOD with the little I, like iPhone, iPad, which is genius. So it's Bodi, BOD, little I. And I got to tell you, it's pretty, and I believe it stands for Beachbody On Demand. And then the I don't know. I don't understand all that, but it was pretty smart to rebrand like that. The rumor mill says that a lot of coaches, a lot of people stepped down when they rebranded. And, there's always drama with every company. But I believe, they made a good point. If they had never gotten away from DVDs that they used to sell back in the 90s and gotten to live streaming, they switched. People were so mad about that. Well, where would they be now? Nobody sells DVDs now. Everything's live streaming or everything's a download. So they are progressive, and I feel like they are making changes as the times go. The times are not leaving them behind, is what I'm trying to say.
And they had to pivot successfully, just like Weight Watchers, just like other companies have, and just like other companies haven't. I don't really plan on reviewing Jenny Craig because in about the last month or so, at the time that we're recording this, they filed for bankruptcy and completely went under because they couldn't pivot. So I do commend this company, Bodi, formerly known as Beachbody, for being able to pivot. And I mean, they can offer, they will sell you anything your heart's desire. I mean, they are a money making machine. Oh my gosh, sis.
I mean, they've capitalized on everything from the nutrition aspect of working out to every kind of workout you can imagine. They were the authors of, and some of these may sound familiar to you, way back from 1998. Who remembers the infomercials? Power 90, Slim 6, Turbo Jam, Yoga Booty Ballet, 10-minute trainer, P90X. That was a really popular workout. So, I mean, they have incorporated. Yeah, they've incorporated all these things, from helping stuff to help you sleep at night. I mean, they even have a product called, hold on, I wrote it down because will be interesting to you. It's called First Thing, Last Thing. It's something you take right in the morning and something you take right before you go to bed. So, I mean, it's genius. First Thing, Last Thing is genius, but it's the point that they want you to be consumed by their company. And Smart will sell you the containers to put your food in, will sell you the workouts you do. There is no need, if you join this company, their theory is there's no need for you to have to go anywhere else for anything else. And I got to tell you, it's kind of like a super Walmart. It's not a bad idea. They're making money doing it.
It's a one-stop shop for sure.
Yes. Some of their, Cristy, can I tell a few of they're like, we're like, lose weight, no shakes, diets, or pills. That's code red. What's the word? Themes, their logos, their mottos. Ditch the diets. That's one of them. Make your mind strong. And that's kind of their idea. I have found in my research, Cristy, and maybe you found it to be true as well, that Bodi is really about, they try to emphasize how you feel, embracing your mistakes, liking yourself. It's about whole life fitness. Yes, you fail, but that's not the end. So that's really, and in their advertisements, they show people of all different sizes, doing the Russian twists with the weight. They show people laughing in their classes. If people are laughing in my classes, they're not working hard enough. I'm just teasing. But, they kind of show this whole life, make it fun, become, this is who you are kind of thing.
I noticed that too, that they really emphasize just getting stronger and feeling better, or just feeling better. They're always saying, well, you'll feel better. And sis, I was looking through their website, just their blog. Well, it covers everything. And if you click on any subject on their blog, it's going to open up a separate window. And it's going to just go all these diet tricks and tips. And I mean, you heard us say it last week on the Weight Watchers podcast. So much of this is the workaround. They're just trying to get you to stay in the community. They're just trying to get, and we get that. We want you to stay in Code Red community, but they're moving in a direction of better. They're definitely not doing it in an aggressive way. They're definitely not up in your face. They're very gentle. I was like gentle parenting, and the blog will just show you anything that you could possibly imagine. It continues to open up more windows and more windows and more windows into anything you can imagine.
One thing I think is very interesting, Cristy, piggybacking on what you just said, is that they're really trying to incorporate the whole thing. But if we're just looking at the nutrition part, I don't think it's as strong of a game as their fitness portion, to be honest. Although they offer products, my heavens, you could spend the gross national product of a small country on products every month. But one thing they do is that they kind of have a three-focused approach. So they have the workouts, they have the mindset, and then they have the nutrition aspect. for the nutrition plan, they sell these containers, Cristy, and they are, I had them written down, green, purple, red, yellow, blue. And they send you these containers, and they're all different sizes, and each color coordinates with the food group. So obviously the blue I'm making this up. I don't know the actual, what they stand for, but something like your red container is probably your protein. And that's what you get for the day, whatever you can squish, putting the lid on. I mean,
like a suitcase, like a suitcase,
like a suitcase. It's not like a suitcase. And then they get the portion, they get the containers, and then they'll say, if you want to have this, it's one green container or it's a half a yellow container, which again, like we talked about with Weight Watchers, is genius because it gets people away from counting calories. The problem is, if you gave all those containers to my husband and you gave all those containers to me for a day, he would starve. He'd be like, oh my gosh. And I would probably have too much food. Someone that's 5'1" should not be eating what I'm going to eat. Someone that is 6'3" is not eating what Cristy's eating every day. So nutrition truly isn't one size fits all when it comes to customization. So that is one problem. However, trying to get people to work towards idea of portions, because we kind of live in a buffet, in a Golden Corral kind of world. So trying to get people to try to rein it in, kind of just pull it back a little. I think that is, and that's a very interesting way to do it. The different colored containers. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It's just that ultimately, are we? And they probably, and maybe this is just a question, open-ended question. Ultimately, are they teaching people how to live long-term? And I think the containers are decent, but I don't like the shakes, sis.
Oh,
I broke it down.
Are we going there? Are we going there?
I can't get on board with it, and it's terrible. Let me break down the stats for you, and then sis, you jump in, and I bet it's the same. The average shake, calorie-wise, is between 140 and 160 calories a shake, depending on the flavor. You're talking about 7 grams of protein. 7 grams of sugar. Yeah. And about 16 grams of protein. And you're paying about $4.33 a shake, which is about $130 for a bag, which is about 30 shakes. So and they say drink in the morning with a healthy breakfast. So if Cristy, I'm looking at 130 calories. I eat right now at about 1,500 calories a day. And so that would be, so for almost $5, I'm having a shake that isn't giving me a whole lot when I could have 3 eggs from Walmart for a total of 42 cents for 200 calories and the same amount of protein with no carbs. And by the way, that would take up a lot of my carb budget if I had one of their shakes. Did your research kind of find the same thing?
Exactly. I saw 18 grams of carbs. They use a whey isolate pea protein, not a bad choice. I actually, when I was looking at the shake itself, as far as just a shake, it's not bad. There are definitely better ones on the market. Even in Code Red, we allow people that have gastric problems to have blended foods, and they will add in an approved protein powder. So we don't focus on that. But if you're just eating the shake, and they say it, I wrote it down. This is not right here. A shake is sold by Beachbody is not, it is a part of a balanced meal, not a meal itself. And it's true. If you're just drinking 3 of these a day, first of all, you're spending $15 a day, and you're going to be so hungry. There's just 2.5 grams of fat is not enough to keep you going. And I really hope that nobody is drinking 3 shakes a day. That's terrible. But they say
what a waste.
You might buy the protein powder from a store, so why not buy it from a friend and help them earn a living?
Oh, well, because it's so effing expensive. That's why.
Okay, so this is also what I wrote down. You want to see it? I put it in caps. I put the same thing you used. I put $129.95 for 30 servings, which is $4.33 a shake, not counting what you add to it. If you be having it with tap water, I mean, you add some berries and you're getting up there. Anyway, and I wrote in all bold, which is why you have to sign up your friends so you can afford it.
Yeah.
This is what motivates motivates people to become coaches and to get people on board, because the more people that are under you, the less you have to pay or nothing for your product. So it's, you know, it's, if you like makeup and you sell Mary Kay, the more Mary Kay you sell, the less makeup you have to buy. But I do find that a lot of people that do Beachbody, the Bodi program, that become coaches, they end up spending so much money on product. They're not actually you're not really supporting your own habit. In other words, I mean, drug dealers, they can't be doing drugs. You can't take from your own stash. I mean, you gotta support your own habit. And so that is, I found the exact same thing as you, Cristy. I'm impressed with the flavors. I'm impressed with the actual product. There are way better products for way less out there. If people are looking for something like that, because they have some gastric problems, they've had jaw surgery, things like that. And we do talk about that at Code Red. So there are better products for a lot less money. It's not a bad product. The price is outrageous, but the product, the Shakeology itself, it's not full of rat poison, or, I mean, it has alpha linoleic acids. It's got the pea protein. It's not a bad product, but holy cow, $130 for a bag.
It's not a meal. They call it a meal replacement. That's not a meal replacement. If I'm doing, Code Red Rebels, we eat 2 meals a day. And so that would not be a meal replacement. So you can't say that it's convenient. Like, oh, well, it's convenient. No, it ain't, because you're still going to have more food, and you still have to rinse out that shaker blender bottle, or you got to rinse out your blender, or however you're making your shake. So it's not easy. It's not convenient, and it's not cheap. I don't see the benefits.
And one of the problems with shakes in general, and why, if someone has like a gastric surgery and has to have a liquid food product, we will have them put chia seeds, nut butter. They have to put avocado. They have to put coconut oil, some kind of fat and some kind of protein source. Is that it's like Chinese food. The hour after you eat it, you're going to be hungry. I mean, you just are. That's the problem with a shake. That's why a shake is not a sustainable weight loss choice. It just doesn't keep you full enough. You're going to be hangry. But Cristy, it doesn't stop with the shakes. Listen to this. They have every supplement under the sun, bars. Like I said, all the shakes. They're vegan friendly on some of their shakes. So a lot of people are very happy about that. They have collagen products. They have gut health, probiotic products. They have focus formulas if you need to focus. They have a sleep program, all their sleep stuff. They have power greens, really popular right now, power greens. And the one thing I looked at, let me just tell you, I investigated this one. It's called First Thing, Last Thing. So basically, in the morning, you take a scoop of this, mix it with water. It looks like coffee. It has mushrooms and lion's mane and all. It's an interesting product. It's probably not a bad product by itself. Not very many calories. You take that in the morning, okay? And then before you go to bed, they sell you 30 capsules. And it's similar to, kind of what we have at Code Red, a melatonin. It has, the things like that. We sell Code Red Calm, by the way, for like a third of the price. They want you to take 3 capsules. They only give you 30. So it won't even last you a month. Okay. Guess how much a month is when you get First Thing, Last Thing. Take a wild guess how much a month you're going to pay. I mean, they say it's a 1 month supply, but surely you're going to run out of the pills. But anyway, that's beside the point.
Maybe $69,
$200 a month.
No, sis.
Go look it up. If I'm lying, I'm dying. $199.95 for a First Thing, Last Thing.
Oh my goodness.
Yep. I'm not saying it's not a good product, but I'm saying, oh my gosh, they get you coming and they get you going. It's like going to one of those vacation things. And then they're like, yeah, but we'll give you the free pass to Disneyland. And it's like, I'm spending so much money. First Thing, Last Thing, look it up, $200 a month. When you can, go ahead and drink a bottle of water and take some Code Red Calm and Code Red Sleep Assist. We have a super sleeper bundle that will last you more than a month. And that's $99 that Code Red sells. So for $99, you're getting 3 products that will last you quite a while that you can mix and match. Or you can go to a Bodi, BODI, and pay $200 for a product like a coffee mushroom product in the morning. And then it has caffeine. It's just basically like a cup of coffee with some healthy stuff in it. And then this last thing, which is just a melatonin capsule. I mean, it's not like revolutionary. Like Cristy says, there are no new ideas under the sun. It's just, they have people that I think it's like a cult following, people that are Beachbody, they're Beachbody for life. And they're doing those dry powder. You know, I see them online. They're like, they take the dry powder and they put it in like a pre-workout, or I'm like, that was $5, friend. No.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, dry scooping.
That was $5. You got money laying around that house.
For 14 cents an egg, you could have 3 eggs in the morning, get 16 grams of protein, get a goodly amount of fat, get no carb, no sugars, 200 calories. So for 42 cents, and you still have to clean up a mess with them. So you clean up a mess with art. I like the premise that we teach on eating real food and not having so many levels to all this and so many different things. I mean, people have a shoebox full of pills they got to take with them.
One thing that I really think they do well, Cristy, is the workouts. I mean, they have a workout for anything. And you know, you're going to pay, you can get a free trial. You're going to pay between $15 and $30 a month. And this is for their mindsets, their recipe. You get to do the fitness, which is called Body Blocks. Every month they give you a new block you can work through. You can change it, everything from yoga to salsa dancing to HIIT workout to power Zumba. I mean, can't call it Zumba, but I mean, they have, let me tell you, like, there is no lack. If you are a workout person, you will never get bored. I mean, I even was like, wow, this would probably give me some really good ideas for my classes. I mean, they have the best of the best doing the workouts. So that is one thing I think that Bodi does really well, is there are thousands of workouts available streaming on the website. And they advocate 3 weeks of working off and then 1 week of rest. And then you come back in for a new block. So they send you 3 weeks worth of classes at the end of that month, and you pay for that, is kind of how they do it. And I have to say, that is one thing that I feel like they have a corner market, all kinds, all levels, good quality, good producing, good camera work, great audio, and the price is good on it. So I got to say, I'm pretty impressed with that part of it. But the nutrition side is and the supplement side is just off the chain on what they offer, and the prices are, I'm just surprised that the market can handle that much money for the products.
I'm wondering, I would love to be a mouse in the corner and find out how their profit margin and how their revenue has changed, you know, just because we've all seen a change in the last 3 years. And I agree with you. They do have so many options for working out. But you need to remember, guys, and we've said it once, we've said it a million times, that working out is not a way to address your weight problem. It's absolutely impossible to out train your bad diet. If that was true, then the 3,500 calories that I burned when I hiked rim to rim of the Grand Canyon 2 years ago, I should have burned a fat. I should have burned a pound of fat. And it's just, so you're telling me you got 100 pounds to lose and you got to hike Grand Canyon 100 times. There's no way you can physically do that. And your nutrition has to be in line. But I can see, sis, I mean, they're printing money over there. I can see how they get a couple people, you know, get a few million people paying $15 a month for their unlimited workouts. I mean, they've got a good thing going on, but I agree. Nutrition, I cannot get on board with that bull crap shake.
Yeah, I can't either. And I could even get on board with the shake. I don't even think it's that horrible of a product, but I don't feel like it's going to support anybody nutritionally, and it can't be what you do. And the price is just like, I just feel like oh my gosh, the price just kills me. But I mean, I'm a little bit frugal, but I feel like for that price, you could get something very similar, you know, that is way less. So one thing that they're doing really well over there We've talked about those parts. I think they're doing some things right. I think they're doing some things but one thing they're doing really well, Cristy, is making money over there. At least the people at the top of the chain are making a lot of money. I don't think the coaches are, unless you're way up there and you have a lot of people under you, but it's very dependent on your own personality, whether or not you can make money, not necessarily the product as a whole.
Well, I know you mentioned Carl and John were the two founders, but Carl's wife, actually, she's a nutritionist and she created the Shakeology proprietary formula. By the way, you try to look through their ingredients, they ain't going to tell you what's in there. They're going to say it's quinoa and rice, and they're going to say, a pea blend, and it's this blend and that blend. And so, I mean, they are really, really making money and just hand over fist over there. And one thing I noticed when I looked through their website, I didn't see a lot. I didn't see them prioritizing sleep and water. And I noticed that is something that you're going to see us. That's the first thing we talk about on Code Red, because you ain't sleeping, you ain't losing. You've got to prioritize sleep and water. And I don't see that when I look through that was really at the top of everything, like a foundation. I don't see that that's a foundation.
Well, it's not a foundation of any other program.
Yeah, good point.
I mean, we're going to be saying that every program we review, we're going to be saying that because it isn't. And it's not sexy. It doesn't sell. It doesn't sell like Booty Blaster 200 and mint chocolate chip shakes. So that's why I agree 100%.
And they have these shakes and they have the pictures of the desserts and the things you get to eat. It is so misleading. It's not, guys. I mean, this is going to yield a much slower weight loss. Do you want to lose weight slowly? Okay, Weight Watchers is a good idea, and I guess this is a good idea. But I don't want to bash a program that really wants you to move your body. I do like that. We love movement. That's not our thing. We don't talk about exercise on Code Red. That's fine. But they prioritize movement. I love that. I don't like that they're listing eat more dessert. It says at the top, Shakeology, eat more dessert in big bold letters. It's not misleading in a legal way. Like, hey, that should be the FTC needs to come down and shut them down. I'm not saying that. It's misleading if you're someone who is really looking to make a change. You're like, oh, I get to lose weight and eat more dessert. Well, yeah, in like 100 years, you might be able to lose enough weight. Like, I mean, people that come to us, they're really pretty sick. They really have to make some pretty serious changes, and we can get weight off quicker and with real food, water, and sleep. I mean, once again, I like Code Red better than this.
Well, you can eat more dessert. They want you to buy Shakeology. They want you to mix it up and put it in the freezer. That's right. Dessert to them. They're not talking about eating apple pie.
I'm looking
they want
at
you to eat their product.
The pictures. Well, you're right. You want them to eat their products, but the products look pretty in
I know. Well, yeah, they got professionals getting those products looking good.
Well, we hope you enjoyed this episode of Rebel Weight Loss and Lifestyle, where we broke down Beachbody, which is now known as of a couple months ago, Bodi, which owns several different companies. And one of the main ones is Shakeology that you might recognize. And, it's interesting. We're capitalists and we're not going to bash anybody for making money. It's a free market. You're free to do what you want. It's quite spendy. It really is. And do you want to spend your money there? You have to ask yourself, because with Code Red, you can lose at least 10 pounds in 30 days with a $27 challenge. And then we move you into VIP, where you're going to get a customized home study program and a month of personalized coaching and attention from me. So we think that's a better option, especially for long-term sustainability, to teach you how to live life, lose weight, live life at this weight without the workaround, without needing any additional things. And that's what I love about us, sis. I love our core foundational beliefs.
You can't beat it. And we're going to try. We're going to compare them coming up. So this is just number 2 of many, hopefully.
You guys have a good rest of your day. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks, everybody. Thank you so much for listening to Rebel Weight Loss and Lifestyle. If you are looking for some hardcore accountability to get and keep this weight off, look no further, because I've got VIP Connection. This is the ultimate connection to me, just short of me sleeping on your couch. You're going to get 3 daily messages from me in real time directly to you. You're going to submit your weight every Friday. We're going to go over it in a weekly meeting on Sunday nights, and I'm going to give you feedback. You'll have access to a monthly VIP breakfast with me in Boise, a monthly VIP supplement box, access to any workshop, any PDF promo that I hold for that month. You'll have access to the Ringside membership. And best of all, you'll have a fully customized nutrition program written just for you. We're talking about over $3,000 total value for $397 a month, and you can cancel anytime. Go to coderedlifestyle.com/VIP to check that out.